This fat man came to India for the first time on business, but he accidentally found a little beggar. Beggar kept following Jack, looking very pitiful. So Jack took out a few coins from his pocket when he gave a few coins to the beggar. However, Jack would not have thought. The little beggar not only understood his insulting words, he even threw all the coins he gave him to the ground. I don't know how long it took. Jack in the airport toilet is going to the toilet suddenly found that the little beggar who had just taken 5 coins from him, he followed him here again. Jack was so angry that he put away the newspaper in his hand. He was about to rush out to teach this greedy little beggar a lesson. The little beggar suddenly burst out with a force. He knocked down Hyun Woo, who was very heavy. After that, he dragged Jack out of the toilet by force. The scene changes, accompanied by a waiter. Jack's expression was dull as he walked into the guest room. Then the waiter diligently brought in the luggage and waited for Jack to tip him. But then he realizes that Jack, who is usually a generous man, this time, he turned his back on him. Jack had no intention of tipping him at all. The waiter had no choice but to accept his misfortune. He had no choice but to turn around and walked out of the hotel room. Then Jack sat down on the bed, breathing heavily. He was like a ball that had lost its breath. A large amount of blood started to flow out of his body. The blood instantly stained the white hotel sheets, and his eyes turned red strangely. The next day when the police came to the hotel, there were no signs of a struggle at the scene, and no sign of Jack being infected by the virus. The police only found a set of clues on the corner of the bedsheet. They found a set of fingerprints that looked like the size of a child's hand. The police don't know where they came from, but after Mina performed an autopsy on Jack, Jack's stomach looked like he had swallowed a lot of things. Most of his internal organs were strangely stretched out. If Jack was transporting drugs with his body, he must have left some residue in his stomach. But Mina didn't find any drug-related ingredients. What's even more puzzling to Mina is that Jack died in the hotel room last night, but the time of death of Jack, it's between 24 and 36 hours. In other words, Jack died before he boarded the plane in India. So the police called the next day. The police called the Indian consulate to see if there were any recent cases with similar circumstances. But they learned something shocking. 3 weeks ago, an American businessman, Bryce, died in the same manner as Jack at the hotel. When Mina checked Bryce's autopsy report, she was surprised to find that Bryce's weight was 238 pounds, but the passport says 205 pounds. There was a 33-pound difference between his weight and that of his passport. Unfortunately, Jack's body was cremated. Otherwise, if Jack had been weighed, Mina is sure that he would have weighed 33 pounds more. Mina thinks the thing that killed Jack and Blaze must be a very small person. It could get in and out of their bodies. It's like some kind of parasite that's been smuggled in. That's why the fingerprints found were as small as a child's.